thank you all for coming. Sorry to disrupt the great conversation you're having. We are going to start the Access Media Speech Challenge. And if you remember from previous years, you come up stage and for 2 minutes you speak about either Access Humboldt or community media and why it's important. And we record you, and if you give us permission, then we'll put it on the air.
Tell me when. Okay. I've done many things in my life. I've washed windows for local people. I've run errands for people. I've sold vanilla extract. I've done many, many courageous and wonderful things in my life. One of the things that I've done that has made me happier than anything else that I can think of is the creative process, be able to use my brain and to express myself that way. I made a living out of it, or you might call it a living, but I got by, and I do get Social Security, so everything's cool. So I did something right. But what I'm trying to say is that the creative process has made me happier than you could ever imagine in my life, that I've been able to do that. And so when I see another institution come along that is accessible for people to do that, like Access Humboldt, I just think it's the most wonderful thing. It's an open door, it's a green light, any other metaphor you want to make of it. You can be who you want and do what you want and say pretty much what you want to say within a few little boundaries here and there. But it's a wonderful and fulfilling experience, and I think that Access Humboldt makes this community an exciting, creative, and wonderful place to be. It makes it so much more fun to be here than it could otherwise be. And so I say 3 cheers for Access Humboldt. Hooray, 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 and carry on, and I'll be right there the whole way. Thank you very much, and if you don't mind, there you go.
Take a moment to talk to you all about Access Humboldt and what it means to me in my life, because my life has radically changed since I've become an Access Humboldt member. I can no longer watch a Hollywood movie without stopping it like 27,000 times and saying, how did they get that shot? How did they do that cut? What the hell is with this music? And why aren't these people acting better? Oh wait, yeah, okay, well that is true, but that's just a Hollywood movie. So anyhow, I absolutely have been given the knowledge that Access Humboldt has given me, and you know, I know things now that I don't want to know. I know things now that keep me up till 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, the other day I didn't have to go to work. Seriously, I stayed up till like 6 in the morning. I could not stop editing. And I'm just telling you, it's like an addiction. So if you don't really want to get addicted, don't learn how to edit. But yet you really should learn how to edit, because the person sitting next to you would really appreciate that, because nobody ever wants to volunteer to edit somebody's big project. So it's really good to get in with an editor. So I just wanted to say thank you to Access Humboldt, because without Access Humboldt, I wouldn't have anywhere to show my new obsession, right? I mean, because they will play anything on the air. And Dave, I don't even think there are any rules to it. I mean, I think you could go on naked. They just might not show it until after 11 o'clock at night. Or I don't know, maybe for you, it could be an 8:30 crowd. I don't know about that. So anyhow, I just want to say thank you to Access Humboldt, because this is like my 3rd year. I'm going on my 4th year. And, you know, when I first started, all I wanted to do was have a little talk show, because, you know, Howard was telling me, you know, Carol, you really ask a lot of questions, and I think you should just like have your own show so you could start asking somebody else a lot of questions and leave me alone. And so from a show that, you know, we talk to actors and directors and people from the arts, and it's really exciting. And now we get people that call us and contact us and ask to be on the show. Okay, it's only happened twice in 4 years, but it is happening. And I feel like it's going to happen even more. I mean, because I feel really hopeful with what I do at Access Humboldt. I know I'm not that great, but I have a passion for it. And I know that I don't have a lot of knowledge, but every time I do a different show, I learn just a little bit more. And I have learned so much that I have learned that when you hear that little bell ding, you had better get the hell off this stage. So anyhow, thank you to Access Humboldt. You have changed my life, and it's all a much more positive place now. A lot less sleep, and a lot more pauses on the Hollywood movies, but a lot more knowledge, a lot more fun, and a lot more hopefulness of where my art can go, and that the sky's the limit, being surrounded by people with knowledge and people who are helpful and supportive. So thank you.
All right. So my wife and I were watching Access Humboldt the other night, and there were couple of lovely ladies sitting on a couch talking about what, I can't remember what they were talking about, but it was fun to watch them. And we started commenting on their show. And we thought, you can do pretty much any kind of show on Access Humboldt. Not that that wasn't a comment on their show, but we were trying to think about the kind of shows that you could do. And then we thought, well, we could do a show where we're sitting on our couch watching Access Humboldt and commenting on the shows on Access Humboldt, kind of like Mystery Theater 2000. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, okay, so we're going to do that, right, dear? Oh, yes. And that's the kind of thing that I think is Access Humboldt is really great for. I mean, they show the chamber, the city council and the Humboldt County supervisors, but the people, just regular people, are doing shows on TV, and they're wonderful, and I would like to comment on them.
Okay. Hi. Access Humboldt is a wonderful thing for the community. I think it's very important to be able to have a freedom of information for people, and it's really wonderful to be able to use it as a forum for each individual person in the community to be able to express what they would like to get across to their neighbors. I think it's very important that we have something that is able to focus on local aspects and to really be able to bond people together throughout the different areas in this community. Public access television is very good because it is a way to enable people to really get to know each other, to be able to dig into the nitty-gritty of what affects people day to day, and to be able to bring the larger issues down to the narrow focus. I think it's really great that you can see what people like to express creatively here as in comparison to other areas. It's nice to be able to have a place where you can go and really get the type of energy across that people have in the Redwoods and be able to do it all together. So thank you.